So you want to lower your car, and presumably you're doing this because you want better performance and not just because you want to look cool. I can't teach you everything you need to know in one short, but I can teach you roll couple. I don't know what that was. If you're trying to lower your vehicle, the main thing that you're hoping to get out of it is that you're going to drop your center of gravity because that's going to help your handling. However, you have to consider the suspension's wheel end, and the reason for that is over here, right? So if we have our tire and our wheel and all of our links and stuff, based on the type of suspension that you have, that's going to depend on how you draw these lines, but for a double wishbone, we end up with line, line, and then line up from the center contact of the wheel, and that ends up giving you your instant center. Your instant center is the point at which this wheel end is going to want to rotate when forces are applied. If you do that on both sides, you end up with this cross-section point called the kinematic roll center. And the kinematic roll center is the point at which the CG of the sprung mass wants to rotate. So as it rotates, it's going to rotate about that kinematic roll center, and that's going to be your roll couple. Your roll couple is just basically a moment arm. However, the point to consider is that of your sprung mass, as you drop your CG, your kinematic roll center is going to drop even more. And that's going to increase the roll couple. And an increased roll couple, no shit, increases the roll. But it also makes the vehicle slower to respond because you now have to move it further from that roll center. And other points to note, this does not have a huge effect on the overall weight transfer of the vehicle. It is affecting the rates at which things happen. It's going to have an effect on the kinematics of the suspension, but it's not actually majorly affecting the weight transfer. The other thing here is that a super low roll couple is also not good. You don't want to be like, okay, hey, Mike said that a long roll couple is bad, so I'm going to have a zero roll couple. That's not a good idea. So what do you do about it? Well, if you want to drop your CG, then the things that you need to consider is looking at the projections of your suspension arms. You have to adjust your roll centers by changing the lengths of different links and things like that, and getting bumps to your correctors and all that good stuff, so that you can make sure your kinematic roll center does not drop significantly disproportionately to your center of gravity. If you are looking for some big number that I can give you, like 1 to 2 inches is probably good. If you really want to go more than that, then you need to buy a bunch of other stuff. That's just the reality of it. Lowering your car is expensive if you want to do it right.